Hello everyone, you're welcome to solve this nice algebra problem, which is x plus y. This is equal to 6. Let's call this equation 1. Then x times y, this is equal to 6. Let's call this equation 2. What is the value of x and what is the value of y? Given that x is not equal to 0 and that y is also not equal to 0. So let's prevent the solution from here. From equation 1, which is x plus y, this is equal to 6. Let's make x to be the substitute of the formula so that now x is equal to 6 minus y. Let's call this equation 3. Now, let's substitute equation 3 into equation 2. Equation 2 is x times y. This is equal to 6. Substituting x here, so we have 6 minus y times y, this is equal to 6. So that now here we have 6 times y, this is 6y, subtract y times y here, this is y squared, this is equal to 6. The next step from here, let's take 6 on the left hand side, so that we have 6y minus y squared minus 6, this is equal to 0. Now, the next step from here, let's rearrange this equation so that we have minus y squared plus 6y, then subtract 6, this is equal to 0. So let's divide both signs by minus 1. So we have minus y squared divided by minus 1, this becomes y squared, then plus 6y divided by minus 1, this becomes minus 6y, then minus 6 divided by minus 1, this is plus 6, this is equal to 0. So this is the quadratic equation of the form ay squared plus by, then plus c, this is equal to 0. From this quadratic equation, we have a equal to 1, b equal to minus 6, and that c is equal to 6. The next step from here, to solve for y1, y2, we apply the quadratic formula, that's minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, everything here divided by 2 times a. Let's substitute the values of a, b, and c from here, so that now here we have minus 6 plus or minus the square root of negative 6 squared minus 4, then times a, which is 1, then times c, which is equal to 6. Everything here divided by 2 times 1. So here we have minus times minus 6, this is equal to 6, then plus or minus, this is the square root of minus 6 squared, this is equal to 36, subtract 6 times 4 here, this is actually equal to 24, everything here divided by 2. So that now, again here we have 6 plus or minus the square root of 36 minus 24, this is equal to 12, everything here divided by 2. So this implies that here we have 6 plus or minus, we can express 12 basically as 4 times 3, everything here divided by 2. So that now here we have 6 plus or minus the square root of 4, this is equal to 2, then square root of 3, everything here divided by 2. So from the numerator part here, we can factor out 2, so that now we have 2 into the parentheses, this is 3 plus or minus square root of 3, everything here divided by 2. So let's simplify 2 and 2 here, so that now we have 3 plus or minus square root of 3. So this implies that we have y1 equal to 3 plus square root of 3, and we have that y2 is equal to 3 minus square root of 3. So let's solve for the corresponding values of x. Remember x from equation 3, x is equal to 6 minus y. So this implies that x1 is equal to 6 minus y1. y1 is 3 plus square root of 3. So that now x1 is equal to 6 minus 3. This is 3 minus times plus square root of 3. This is minus square root of 3. And this implies that the first set of solution, that is x1 comma y1, this is equal to 3 minus square root of 3 and 3 plus square root of 3. So this is the first set of solution for this algebra problem. Let's proceed to solve x2 from here. So x2 is equal to 6 minus y2. y2 is 3 minus square root of 3 from here. So that now 6 minus 3, this is 3, minus times minus square root of 3, this becomes plus square root of 3. So we have now the second set of solution here. That is x2 comma y2. This is equal to 3 plus square root of 3 and then 3 minus square root of 3. This is the second set of solution that we have. The next step from here, let's verify that these two sets of solutions satisfies the equation. Now let's verify that x1, y1 and x2, y2 satisfies the equation. Now, if you recall, we end at x plus y, this is equal to 6, this is equation 1, and that's x times y, this is equal to 6, and this is equation 2. So let's start to verify x1, y1 by applying equation 1 here. So we have 3 minus square root of 3, then plus 3 plus square root of 3. This is supposed to give us a value of 6. So you find that minus square root of 3 plus square root of 3, this simplifies, so that now 3 plus 3, this is equal to 6, and this is equal to 6. This implies that the left-hand side, this implies that the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. So let's check x2, y2 by applying equation 2 here. So equation 2 is x times y. This is supposed to give us a value of 6. So now we have 3 plus square root of 3 times here 3 minus square root of 3. This should give us a value of 6. The next step from here, let's multiply this. So we have that 3 plus square root of 3 and 3 minus square root of 3. This is in the form of a plus b, and this is a minus b, which we can express as a squared minus b squared. This is the difference of two squares identity, so that now here we have 3 squared minus the square root of 3 squared. This is supposed to give us a value of 6. So we have 3 squared, this is equal to 9 minus, now the square root of 3 squared, this implies we eliminate the square root sign, so this is minus 3, this is equal to 6. So we have 9 minus 3, this is equal to 6, and this is equal to 6. So this implies that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. And this also proves that x2, y2 satisfies the equation. So both x1, y1 and x2, y2 satisfies the equation. So kindly follow the steps. Like this video. If you have alternative formula to this problem, kindly don't hesitate to showcase in the comment section. Now, see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.